Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. The big battle between Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa is almost upon us. 1 week from now, on January 6th, at Raw on Netflix, the fight for the Ula Fala will ensue. There is sure to be a lot of hype surrounding the blockbuster affair on the Red brand. That said, SmackDown General Manager Nick Aldis may have more to offer, as he could make a major announcement related to the OTC tonight. There is no doubt that tonight's Monday Night Raw will be used as a foundation to hype up next week's event. As a result, the brand's general manager, Adam Pearce, will surely do his best to attract more publicity for the season premiere on the streaming giant. However, before Pearce does that, Nick Aldis may come out and inform everyone that Roman Reigns is scheduled to make an appearance this Friday on SmackDown. Aldis could reveal that before their highly anticipated match at Raw on January 6th, Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa would have one final face-off. Of course, the said face-off will be on the Blue brand, where things are sure to get heated. But if it does come to pass, it will be a great way to add one last bit of spice to their impending battle. Of course, at the end of the day, this is all just a matter of speculation. There is no telling if there will be a face-off on Friday, let alone if Nick Aldis will even appear tonight on Raw. Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa may not be able to rely on their respective bloodlines on January 6th. One of the unique things about Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa's fight is that it will be a tribal combat. The two men will go head-to-head for the Ula Fala and the right to lead the bloodline going forward. This also means that the match will have the no DQ stipulation. However, what is interesting is the extra, unofficial stipulation that both Reigns and Sikoa seem to have agreed upon. Upon issuing the challenge to Solo, the OTC made it clear that both men would leave their respective teammates behind during tribal combat. Solo also seemingly alluded to that earlier this month. If that is truly the case, the fate of the bloodline could simply depend on who is the better wrestler on the night. That being said, this is the Bloodline saga, and both versions of the stable don't exactly have a good track record when it comes to not interfering in matches involving its members. However, only time will tell how things unfold on January 6th. The anticipation for Monday Night Raw was at an all-time high as fans filed into the arena, buzzing about the cryptic teaser WWE had posted earlier that day. Nick Aldis has a Roman Reigns-related announcement tonight on Raw. Speculation ran rampant. Was it about a new challenger? Was Roman going to appear despite being exclusive to SmackDown? Whatever it was, the WWE Universe was ready to find out. The night began with the usual flair, explosive pyro, a passionate crowd, and matches that kept everyone on the edge of their seats. But it wasn't until the second hour that the moment finally arrived. The familiar sound of Nick Aldis' theme music reverberated through the arena, signaling his entrance. Dressed in a sharp suit and carrying an air of authority, the general manager of SmackDown walked confidently down the ramp. The Raw audience, though somewhat skeptical of Aldis crossing over to their brand, couldn't help but give him a warm reception. Aldis climbed into the ring, microphone in hand, as the crowd chanted, "What's the news?" Smiling, he waited for the chants to die down before beginning. "Ladies and gentlemen," Aldis started, his voice booming with authority, "I'm sure you're all wondering why the SmackDown general manager is gracing the red brand tonight. Rest assured, I wouldn't be here unless it was something monumental. And trust me, it involves the tribal chief, Roman Reigns." The mere mention of Roman Reigns elicited a mixed reaction from the crowd, boos from his detractors and cheers from his loyal fans. Aldis, ever the professional, let the crowd's reaction simmer before continuing. "As you all know, Roman Reigns has dominated SmackDown for over 3 years, establishing himself as the undisputed WWE Universal Champion and one of the greatest performers in this industry's history. But even the greatest face challenges, both in and out of the ring." A hush fell over the crowd. Aldis' tone had shifted, becoming more serious, almost somber. "Now, I've had conversations with Roman, Paul Heyman, and WWE management over the past few weeks, and tonight, I'm here to make an unprecedented announcement. Roman Reigns has agreed to put his undisputed WWE Universal Championship on the line at WrestleMania 40. The crowd erupted at the mere thought of WrestleMania. But Aldis wasn't done. However, Aldis added, raising a finger, there's a twist. Roman's opponent will be determined in a way we've never seen before. Over the next few months, Raw and SmackDown will host the Tribal Tournament, a single elimination bracket featuring 16 of WWE's top superstars. The winner of this tournament will earn the right to face Roman Reigns on the grandest stage of them all. The arena exploded with excitement as the WWE Universe tried to process the enormity of the announcement. And let me make one thing clear, Aldis continued, this isn't just about proving who the best wrestler is, it's about proving who has the mental, physical, and emotional fortitude to challenge the most dominant champion in WWE history. The Tribal Tournament begins next week on Raw, and trust me, the participants will blow your minds. Suddenly, the sound of a familiar voice interrupted Aldis. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It was Adam Pearce, the Raw general manager, marching out onto the stage. Nick, I respect you, but this is Raw territory, and you didn't even consult me about bringing this announcement to my show, Pearce said, clearly irked. You're talking about a tournament that impacts both brands, but you didn't think to include me in the planning? Aldis smirked, unflustered by Pearce's challenge. Adam, Aldis replied, you're absolutely right. This tournament does affect Raw, and that's why I'm here, to extend an olive branch. Raw and SmackDown need to work together to make this tournament a success. You and I will oversee it jointly, ensuring that the best competitors from both brands have an equal shot. What do you say? Pearce hesitated, clearly mulling over the proposal. The crowd chanted, shake his hand. Finally, Pearce nodded and walked down to the ring, extending his hand to Aldis. The two shook hands, and the crowd erupted in approval. Just as the moment seemed to reach its peak, the arena lights dimmed. A familiar, haunting voice echoed through the speakers. Acknowledge me. The tribal chief's music hit, and the crowd went wild. Roman Reigns, flanked by Solo Sikoa and Paul Heyman, emerged onto the stage. His stoic expression said it all, he was here to make his presence felt. Roman slowly made his way to the ring, his imposing aura silencing the crowd. Once inside, he took the microphone from Aldis and stared him down. So this is your big plan, Nick? Roman said, his voice dripping with disdain. A tournament? You think some random superstar is going to take this from me? He held up the Universal Championship. Roman turned to Pearce. And you think you're going to have a say in my business? You better remember who runs this company. Before Pearce could respond, Roman turned his attention back to Aldis. I don't care who wins this little tournament, Roman declared. At WrestleMania, I'll do what I've done for 3 years, walk in as the champion and walk out as the champion. Because there's nobody on Raw, SmackDown, or anywhere else who can beat me. The crowd roared, but Roman's confidence was interrupted by another theme song, Seth Rollins. The Visionary, carrying his World Heavyweight Championship, strutted onto the stage with a microphone in hand. Roman, Seth said, laughing. You're always so sure of yourself, aren't you? But let me remind you, the last time we faced off, I was the one walking out with my hand raised. And if fate puts me in that tournament, you better believe I'll be the one walking out of WrestleMania with your title. Roman smirked but didn't respond. Instead, he raised his championship high, signaling his dominance. The segment ended with Aldis and Pearce shaking hands once more, signaling a newfound partnership, while Roman stared down Seth from the ring. The stage was set, not just for the Tribal Tournament, but for what could be one of the most thrilling road to WrestleMania journeys in WWE history. The WWE Universe had their answer. Nick Aldis' announcement wasn't just monumental, it was historic. The Tribal Tournament promised to be a game-changer, and all eyes were now on Raw and SmackDown to see who would rise to the challenge of facing Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40.